Hi YouTube, this is Super Apple Forever. Today we're going to be unboxing this Sony Walkman. It is a WM-DD3. I think it's from 1986. I honestly don't know too much about it, but I bought it on eBay and I want to see what it looks like. So it came all the way from almost like a country in Ukraine. I don't know the exact location. I should have figured that out before I started the video, but I don't, so maybe I'll put it in the comments. I'm just going to get this tape off here. You can tell it was international by just looking at the box. It was like a Russian country, like a former Soviet country or something. And this is a cassette player, obviously. Really looking forward to it. It should be pretty cool. Alright, so it does have a protective case on it. It looks like it's pretty nice. Wow, yeah, it's really small. Pretty cool. It's a Sony. You can see the sticker on there. I didn't want to get one without the sticker because I think the stickers are pretty cool. This is an actual cassette, and we can see these together. They're very small. DD quartz. Really nice looking. So it looks like it is a stereo system. I didn't know it had a hole through it like that, so that's pretty interesting. That's a hole that goes all the way through on it. There's no protecting there or anything, which is interesting. WM-DD Sony stereo cassette player made in Japan. Cool. Like I said, this should be about 1986. A good year. So, open is going to be sliding right here. Comes up. A little loose there. I can tighten that up, I'm sure. Can't really see it too well, but heads are in there. That's the head. It is not a automatic, like it turns to the next side or anything. You do have to do that manually. And I believe this one has been serviced for the gear problem. There's a gear problem with these where as they get old they break off, or they crack, and it doesn't play normally. Hopefully this one's had that repair on it, but we'll find out shortly, I'm sure. So really cool. Feels like it's brand new actually, almost. Really shiny logo on there. It's cool to keep the sticker on again. It does have Dolby noise reduction, which keeps the noise down, obviously. See that switch there? Get it to focus here. Switch that off. Switch it on. Metal tape and normal tape, which is pretty cool. We've got the volume rocker switch thing here. All the way up to 0 from 10. And we've got dual headphones. I believe both are stereo. They should both be stereo. This does not record. This is not a recording unit. I don't plan on doing any recordings right now, so that shouldn't be a problem. And I believe the batteries, takes 4 AA's, I believe. Going to be right here. It says open here, so gonna open that. So I believe it's only two, actually. Two double A's. I thought it was four. And I'm pretty sure they're double A's. Hopefully they're not triple A's. 'Cause I have double A's right here. So positive is going to be over here. I just want to figure out how these strings here work. Well, I apologize about the low light. I'm using kind of an old camera here. It looks like that one's in. The ribbons are a little weird. I used to have an RCA portable TV that had these ribbons, and I figured them out when I was a kid, but right now, it's been a while, I guess. Okay, so I'm just going to leave those like that pretty much. And it's cool how these batteries are integrated into the player. You can just put the top on them. I have that the wrong way, but I'm sure I'm messing this up right now with these laces, but I'm pretty excited about getting it to work. I don't want to have any sticking out though, so just bear with me here. There we go. Alright, so let's see if it plays. You can hear it playing. It's making a weird clicking noise though. I'm not sure if that's normal or not, but anyway, let's put in a tape and see what happens. So, can you go ahead and open it here? It's got Against the Wind, Bob Seger. It's going to be, I'm going to play side 2 because that's the song that I want to hear. And it's going to go in like that. Like I said, there's no auto reverse on here. And there's the tape. You can still even read it here, Against the Wind. You can all see it through the plastic and everything. Very light. It feels good. I have bigger hands, but I mean, it feels good in the hand. It feels very sturdy for the most part. Let's try and play it and see what happens. I'm going to press play. It's catching up the tape, I guess, here. It's getting a lead on the tape. I guess this tape wasn't... I just bought this tape, so we'll see what happens, I guess. There we go. Now it's got traction. It looks like almost, I guess not. You can see kind of like that little bit on there that's stuck on there, kind of. Hopefully it won't jam up in there, but we'll find out. And I will connect it to some headphones so we can hear what it sounds like. Okay, now it looks like it has the tape. I don't know about that clicking noise, it's kind of odd. This did take quite a travel here, so let's go ahead and rewind that. And you can still hear that click in there, it's pretty heavy. I don't know if this has auto stop or not, but I did press stop. What I'm going to do is hook it up to some headphones. And they'll be loud enough for us to hear through the camera. And these are some Sonys as well. Bought these a few years ago. And you can see we're at the blue tape there at the end, if you can see that there. I'm going to go ahead and press play. Looks like it's playing.
Seems like yesterday, but it was long ago. Jane, it was lovely, she was the queen of my night. There in the darkness with the radio playing nowhere, and the secrets that we shared.
Sounds really, really nice. I'm going to take a listen. Sounds really, really good, actually.
I remember how she held me, oh so tight.
Sounds really nice.
Wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. Against the wind.
So yeah, there's a little sample of that. I'm going to make a separate video, I guess, because I really want to show how this sounds. I'll go ahead and record it into Audacity. But anyway, I want to show you a little information about it that I forgot to show you before. It does sound really good. I'm so happy with that. I want to go ahead and listen to that whole album, actually, just by hearing that. It sounds really good. Here's my Mac, and I wanted to show you just a couple of things, or just one thing, really. That's another one that I put on here just because it took so long to get here. I just wanted to have a screensaver of another one. It's a really cool one, though. It had like one of the first models to have the bass boost that Sony is well known for. Anyway, here's the same model right here. Same thing, it looks like. Here it is looking on the computer, by the way. You can see that there. Just sitting there. This is a 15-inch MacBook Pro. So you can see how that looks. And this is just a regular keyboard. This would be the same size of a 13-inch as well. It's about as long as the Mac keyboard, so it's really small, you know, and this was made in 1986, so you've got to imagine the engineering that went into that. But anyway, just for example, this is a light bulb here, just an old school light bulb. You can see, it's really not that big. It's actually quite small, and it sounds really, really good. I mean, not quite CD quality, but almost there. And it sounds really good. I'm really impressed with it, actually. I'm not sure what's going on with that clicking noise. I know the clicking noise on my camera is there, but that's because this is an old camera, and this is also an old player, but that might be normal. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm just going to read this out. This is a WalkmanCentral.com. If you watch Technoman or whatever, he has a video, and one of his videos he talks about this website, and it has all the models on here. You can see it's the WM-DD3, and it says here that it was, in simple terms, it was a simple development, originally building on the original WM-DD, which was the first model that came out in, I believe, 83 or 84. I don't know too much about these, like I said, but they slowly added on like Dolby noise reduction and different things like that, and made them better slowly. And this was the third edition here. And like I said, I think it was released in 1986. There's not too much information on it, but from what I could find, it looks like it was released in 86. There's a red one, which is really cool. This was way, way before you know, special edition red iPhones and stuff like that, red edition computers and things like that. This was 1986, and you can see it's the same thing. It has the red, and this is metal. This is not plastic. I mean, you can hear me. This is metal. It's not plastic, and it feels really good in the hand. You know that this is a high quality piece when you hold it. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it actually, and of course from Sony back in the day, you can expect that kind of build quality. So anyway, I will make a recording straight into Audacity through the audio port on here, straight through here, and I'll put it on YouTube of something that's not going to get hit up by the copyright police. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video or something if this gets a lot of views. I'm not sure how popular this will be, but if you guys want to see any future updates, go ahead and subscribe and check out some of my older videos from a few years ago. I have quite a few things up about older Macs and stuff like that. A lot of stuff I don't have anymore, but it's cool to look back on that. So if you're into any of that, go ahead and check it out, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.